Okay, I'm trying this again. Please tell me you can hear me. I've never had to do this before where I've had to cancel the thing and then go live again. So I'm really hoping that you can hear me. Yes, okay. I don't know what happened. Okay. And I agree, yes, I think the universe was telling me, don't make this announcement. It, I mean, considering that I've never had this happen before. It's just really funny that when I'm about to make a major announcement, this happens. Um, okay, so I'll give a few minutes for everyone to come back in. I apologize. Um,
Oh no. Oh no. Please tell me you can still hear me. My phone just did a weird thing again.
okay, yeah, I don't I have these power beats and they're really annoying because they um connect and reconnect for some reason. Okay. Oh my God. They're like the best and worst headphones ever because they just randomly will decide to connect to my phone, even though they're in their case closed. Like they shouldn't be connecting, but I can hear it in my headset when it's like switching. Okay. I'm also hoping because we have someone dealing with we have an electrician on site. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed that my wife doesn't text me to say we have to turn the breaker off, which means I'm going to lose internet. So if there was ever a time for me to just not make this announcement, this was probably it because I feel like the universe is really working overtime. Um, hold on one second. Hold on one second. Okay. Sorry, I'm dealing with training knuckleheads at my job, like my job, and it's really starting to frustrate me how many times I have to repeat myself on how to do something. So I'm gonna ignore him right now. He's gonna have to wait till I'm done. Um, because people at work right now, at my like day job where I get paid, are starting to get attitudes, and I don't like it. Okay, so let me start again because I'm going to scrap the other video that's currently probably being emailed to me as ready to go, but I'm going to just delete that one. Let's start fresh. The sound is working. Let's do this. Okay, so I started out beforehand by saying that putting together top and fiction is something I've been doing since July of last year, doing it weekly, and it's a very difficult job for me to do, a job that I don't get paid to do, that I'm doing it out of the kindness of my heart, but it is taking a lot of time to do it. And I don't have the manpower that I was hoping to have when I was trying to put together a top and fiction team. And unfortunately, that was just not working out the way that I had hoped that it would work out. And doing this weekly is just something I cannot do, or I cannot continue to do by myself anymore. And because of that, I am going to be scaling back top and fiction considerably. And you're going to feel it, you're going to sense it, and unfortunately, there is nothing I can do about it unless I'm able to make some, if not any, money out of doing this, and I'm able to get the help and support that I need in order to do this. I just can't continue to do this on a weekly basis the way that I have been. Um, and it's unfortunate, and I wish that this didn't have to come down to this because I really love doing this. I'm very passionate about it, about doing this every week, about finding fiction writers, about highlighting them, spotlighting them, doing all of these great things, but I can't anymore. And it's been weighing on me that I can't um, for quite some time now, if I'm being totally honest. Uh, so let me just go over what some of the changes are going to be. The first one is I won't be doing this weekly anymore. Um, I just can't. I would love to come on here and chat with you guys every Monday, but this really does eat up my entire weekend in ways that I can't even express to you. And being that I work 9 to 5 during the week, um, my evenings and my weekends are for my family, and I hate taking it away from them when I see my son, who's just 3.5, playing, and he's on the spectrum with autism, and he's playing, and mommy's on her laptop trying to get top and fiction work done. Um, that can't happen anymore. So um, it's now going to be twice a month on the 15th and the last day of the month, and that's it. Um, I am no longer doing medallions. Those are unfortunately going to have to cease. Um, I am weighing whether or not to just do them for the monthly recap. The monthly recap will remain, and it will remain on the first Wednesday of the month unless I feel like it's not necessary to do it anymore. So um, for now, you're only gonna see me 3 times a month instead of the multitudinous number of times you've been seeing me. That will help me to cut back on having to make all of these medallions every week. Um, what else am I changing? I think those are the main ones that I'm going to be changing. There will still be the featured stories. There will be actually, I'm going to try to do 10 honorable mentions instead of just 5, um, just because I'm not going to be coming at you every week. So there will likely be more options for me to choose from. Um, the submissions window will change now because this is changing, so it's not going to be opening on Fridays and closing on Saturdays. I will let you know what the new timeline will be for when you can submit stories that you've written in between the times from one live to the next. The lives will remain for now. I will let you know if they get changed based on where the 15th and the last day fall on the calendar. Because if it falls on a weekend, I might not be able to do this. And if it falls on a weekday, then I probably will. Um, when will this happen? So I will do this until I hit the 1 year mark. So, like I said, I started this in July of last year. So I'm going to do weeklies from now until the end of June. So, starting in July is when this will happen. So, you will not see me um, the first Monday or whatever that day is in July. You will only see me in July on July 15th and the 31st, and that's it. So that'll give me the next couple of months to kind of decide when the submission windows open and when it will close, etc. But scaling back considerably. Some things that will remain are the disruptions. I do like doing those, and it's a way to, and they happen so infrequently throughout the year that there's no real need for me to get rid of those. So the next one that's happening is actually at the near in a couple of weeks, actually like 2 weeks. Um, Claudia and Julie will be joining me to discuss Earth Day and um, the event that they've been planning. So those are easy for me to do because it's really just me talking to the event coordinators. It doesn't require much heavy lifting from me besides creating a post to let you guys know about the event that's either happening or just happened, etc. So that will remain. The PDFs will remain, but they will only be an annual recap thing, and the annual recap is remaining. There will be some changes to it that I will discuss when we get closer to the end of the year. Don't really need to talk about that right now. Um, so yeah, so I just wanted to let you know that Top and Fiction will be scaling back. So enjoy me while you can this month and the next 2 months because um, after that I'm just gonna have to. Uh, Scale back. And like I said, it pains me to have to do that, but um, I feel like my hands are tied in that regard. Um, okay, so for this week, I do have a couple of announcements I wanted to make and just reminders. Um, of course, Claudia, like how could I not help? Like that's what Top and Fiction is here for, and I don't want that mission statement to um, change in any way just because I'm not able to commit um, 100% of my time. So just a reminder that my frame of reference on time is skewed, but I believe it was last Wednesday I was on with Shane and we talked about interior design stuff, and it was an awesome of books. Interior, not interior design of houses, of books. I just said interior design stuff. Um, So that was an amazing conversation. I love doing it so much with Shane last week. So if you haven't watched that video on demand, you should go watch it. I have to actually manually upload it to the YouTube channel because for some reason um, it didn't do it on its own. I don't know why. So I'm going to be uploading that to the YouTube channel sometime later today. Um, so last week I mentioned that Top and Fiction will be releasing their 100 list because I know there's been a bit of contention about Substacks rising and all of these weird um, algorithmic things. And Top and Fiction is not an algorithm, it's a person, it's me, it's you. Um, letting me know who you like in the community that are fiction writers. So um, our list will be unveiled next week, actually, next week, Monday, and I'm really excited. Um, I'm going to try to uh, get some lozenges because I'm debating whether or not I'm going to read out the names of all 100 that are on the Top and Fiction 100 list next week, but it's possible. It's possible. It depends on how I'm feeling. Um, After something else that's happening next week, which unfortunately I forgot to get permission to let you guys know about it. So I can't tell you about it, but there is a good chance that you will probably see me on Substack Live at 10 a.m. next week, Monday on the 14th. Um, I am 99.9% sure that that's going to happen. So please make sure that you are available next week Monday. That's all I can really say about it. I can't say any more than that. Um, but after that, I will be on live at 11 and I will be hitting publish. The list is already, it's been made since about a couple weeks ago. The list is done. I just have to hit publish on the page and then it'll be available for you to see. It's not going to be an email, it's going to be a page. So you'll have to go to the page when it's public, when it's published, to see the 100. But what's going to happen, I think, is that the 100 people who are on the list will get notified that they were just mentioned in a thing. So those 100 people, whether you're, if you're on it, you will get pinged and notified that you just got put on this page. So it's our list, it's our official list, which is basically if you've been featured before, you are eligible to be on this list. And obviously, not everyone's going to be on it. If you can believe it or not, we've featured over 500 different Substack fiction people on Top and Fiction in the since we've started this last July. So obviously, if there's 500 plus, not everyone's going to be on this list, right? I tried to be as objective and subjective as I possibly could be, and unbiased as I possibly could be. So I hope that I won't be crucified. Um, by including or excluding certain people on this list. And because I am only one person and there is no one helping me, um, this list will only be updated. Uh, um, sorry, Troy, you distracted me with your. I think you're in the room, and you distracted me with the posting that you're doing because I stopped my frame of thought to look at what you were writing because you mentioned me. Um, this list will only be updated twice a year, is what I was trying to say. Yeah, you little sneak. Um, So it's going to be done April 14th, and then the next time I will revisit the list and possibly move people up, down, take people off, put people on, will be in August of this year. So the list will be the list where you are on the list. If you're on the list, you will remain in that spot, in that slot, at least till August. Um, okay, so a couple of things about this list that I want to hammer home, and I will hammer it home again next week. Size doesn't matter. That goes for both paid subscribers or free subscribers. So this list is not an algorithm where I'm looking at who's got more paid subscribers than somebody else, who's got more subscribers, period, than somebody else. That's irrelevant to me. Um, Everyone on this list has been featured before. Each person who is featured, I'm trying to make sure that they are active. So if you're inactive, meaning you haven't delivered fiction in several months, I can't really dictate what that timeline is. Let's say 3 months or more, then you're likely not on this list. I want this because it's going to be, and consistent too with how active you've been, because I want this list to be robust and live up to the expectations at least until I revisit it again in August. So I don't want to put someone on this list who happened to write fiction last week, but before that was inconsistent in the fiction they were delivering over the course of the last 6 months. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to make it a list that's not only relevant to right now, but will still carry relevancy all the way to August until I revisit. And, there are some people who might fall off this list because they fall off from being active. There might be people who need to be removed from the list because there are people in the last 5 months who've been amazing with how consistent they've been and they deserve time on the list. And I want to make sure that the list includes new people, not just keeps everyone on there all the time. Whoever is number one this time might not be number one, when I revisit it in August. I don't know. Um, so I hope that you'll share this list. I hope that you'll appreciate this list. I hope you won't crucify me or anyone on this list while it's out there and while we're putting it out there. Um, okay, so also on the 14th, I don't want to forget this. There is a surprise that I'm releasing that pertains to the Midnight Vault and that book that came out earlier this year. So I can't tell you any more about it. It's a surprise. I've been working on behind the scenes with Shane and with Jay Curtis and with all the writers who were featured in it. I came up with an idea and I ran with it. I always come up with ideas and I run with it, even if it takes uh, most of my time, which most of my ideas usually do. I do them anyway. Um, so look for that on the 14th. That will be shared. I'm probably going to share it with the email that I send of the featured story just because I don't want to send you guys. Um, I try really hard not to send you more than one email a day if I can help it. Um, but it might require its own email. So I'll make that decision next Monday when I get there. And now I want to just mention some important dates to remember. Please, please remember. TIFF Presents is back. The theme is I See You, EYE, SEEYOU, I See You. And it's for horror. It's for Friday the 13th. June 13th is the one and only Friday the 13th of 2025. I'm hoping you will participate. You will write a fiction piece. I want it to be something new that you write specific to the theme and to for everyone to share it on the same day on Friday the 13th throughout the day. It doesn't matter what time. So if you look at the at notes, at Substack notes, and you look at the profile for the TIFF team, you should see um, different. Thank you. Yeah, being a judge is very hard. Um, and I wouldn't I am lucky in that it's not as thankless as you might think. I actually do get a lot of people thanking me, whether they are or aren't, on even weekly on the featured thing. I really do appreciate everyone's kind words to me, whether through DM or through Substack notes with app mentioning me. So I do appreciate that. But yes, it is being a judge is very difficult and it's not easy to do, and um, it's just really difficult. And Claudia, I think you mentioned being a TIFF ambassador and how difficult that was. I will say, as a result of me not having the team support like I wanted, I am going to be reinstating the ambassador program and hoping that when I reach out to people and ask them to be a TIFF ambassador, that they will not only say yes, but that by saying yes, it will help me. Um, to do even the twice a month that I'm looking to do. Um, and if I get that kind of at least support from ambassadors, I may be able to revisit, you know, doing this weekly instead of doing it twice a month. Um, it did take a lot of time, so I know it's something that's not easy, even as an ambassador, and I was doing it every week, right? So, but anyway, TIFF presents. Please write a story. The ability or the thing to write the story started March 31st. So as of right now, you have from now till June 1st to write a short story of any length that you desire. Um, so yes, go out and do that. I'm gonna have the submissions form open um, soon, and I will be sharing that I think sometime in May, like middle of May. Um, and the next thing I want to let people know about is Earth Day. The Earth Day event again is on April 21st. I'm going to have Claudia and Julia on with me to talk about that. Don't forget that on 2 Mondays from today. Um, then there is the TIFF Sociable is happening Wednesday, April 30th. That is remaining. I will remain doing the sociables. I probably won't do them every month. But I did make a promise to do this one this month, so I will, but there probably won't be one in May or June. Um, and then the next monthly recap is on May 7th. Now, one thing I wanted to mention is tomorrow there will actually be a surprise guest on with me. I'm not mentioning who that guest is, and I don't think they've said anything yet either. So I'm deciding to keep it a surprise because it's something that I've been working on doing for a while now. And actually, this surprise guest is a bit of a teaser to what is coming on the 14th for the Midnight Vault. So that's I just realized that what we're going to be talking about tomorrow will be directly um, related to the Midnight Vault and the surprise I have for you on the 14th. So you won't want to miss that tomorrow at 10 a.m. I will be coming on live through the Top and Fiction um, account, so the way I am now, and it will be with a surprise guest doing a surprise interview, and there will be more of those in the future um, in the same vein. So I don't want to forget that because we just solidified that actually yesterday. So um, before I lose my voice, that's all the news I wanted to deliver. Let me read the featured stories, which I had open a second ago. Here we go. Okay. So here is the Volume 2, Issue 14, Top and Fiction Stories written between March 29th to April 4th, 2025. Poetry, April Morning, written by Franciscan poet, a Franciscan poet. Excalibur in a Black Hole, written by Huck of a New Moon. Micro slash flash fiction, Charms, question mark, written by Zani D of Entropic Absurdity. Late Night Revelry, written by Stories Sown with Hope of Stories Sown with Hope. Every Adventure Begins with a Return, written by Sheridan Cass of Once Upon a Draft. 3 a.m., written by author Michele Bardsley of Pure Evil Fiction. Short story, Pappus, written by Honeygloom of Honeygloom. Fear Not, written by Spencer D.W. of Spencer's Cult of Forbidden Horrors. King Flea, written by Sean Thomas McDonnell of Automatic Writer. Raindrops, written by Pablo Baez of Chromehurst Express. Insomnia, written by P.K. Anthony of P.K. Anthony. It's Not Art Until It Hangs, written by Dylan T. Bosworth of Drek, Death, and Doom. Short Serial, You Never Can Tell, Part 3, written by The Void of the Void. Down Man 2084, written by Michael Arturo of Michael Arturo. A Massacre, Emotionally and Literally, Monster Salvage Crew Part 2, written by Danielle Minar of Danielle's Substack. The Promise of Elios, Part 2, written by Brandley Miller of Tales on the Way. Serial, The Call, Murmurs in the Walls, Episode 1, written by Bridget Riley of Naptime Novelist. Snakes, Jolt and the City, Isla, Chapter 1, written by Jay Curtis of Tiny Worlds. Cora, A Dangerous Bargain, In the Shadow's Grip, Chapter 6, written by Callie Mann of Callie Mann Romance. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. You will receive this email shortly. The video will be on YouTube live, hopefully before the end of the day. And I will see you all, remember, tomorrow, 10 a.m., surprise interviewee joining me. Um, and you won't want to miss it because it's going to be cool. And I'm really excited, and you will be too. Thank you all for understanding about me scaling back Top and Fiction. I really appreciate it. Um, and like I said, I'll see you all tomorrow. And if not, I will catch you on the video on demand. Thank you all for watching.